Hi, have you ever tuned your gear already at the end games, just your DPS won't increase, so you are stagnant, and you listen to many gurus, it just won't help to increase your DPS, so this video is for you. So we will use a computerized spreadsheet to advise you the right directions for your current units, and it will improve based on your current gear build, and it will give the directions and advise you which stat to reduce and which stat is best work for your current build. So maybe after watching, you might find that you are tuning in the wrong directions. So let's go. So the link for this website, I put it in the description below. So it is a free website. So first go to this website. This is a free website. So you log in with your own account. First create an account and log in from here. Then go to the profile. Then go to the new here. Click on this one. So we are going to type, for example, build 3. So my case is this standard number suit. Then next one, so I'm using the Innerway Set. So just delete everything, and this we are going to import from the game, so you don't have to key in anything. So just finish this one, then go to the gear. So first we're going to import the gear from our original character to analyze. So first click on this one, the import all gear here. So follow this guide here. So first we need to log in into the Smith official website, log in our account, then copy this one, then paste into here to import the gear for our games into this website. So no worries, we'll go through one by one. So first click on this one first, so it will bring you to this Smith website. So first log in your Smith account, so it will automatically show all the details here. So it's all done here. So now go back this one. So we need to drag this copy Smith gear, drag it into our bookmark here. So you already have this one. So now go to this website just now. So go to this website when it is in the active. So click on this copy Smith here. Click this one, then copy the clipboard. So after copy, then go back to this here, then right click and paste everything here. So now we're going to click the import gear. So look at this one, this is all our gear. Start here, we bring our X pieces of gear all import into this spreadsheet already, so we don't have to do anything here. So let's go to the details. So the inner ways, we're going to key manually, warrior chance, then using this, so all at the tier 6. So this one had to do it manually, you will not import. Then the Innerway Set, then the rings and using affinity, then the path arsenal, this one. So after keying everything's here, so do remember to check the character stat here. So all these stat must be almost pay out with your actual character stat. So make sure you import correctly. So affinity 57. So this one is all correct, almost correct. So after import everything's here, we can test our DPS. So we can first go to the simulator here. Then you can run the simulations. So it will show you how many DPS you can get from your current build. So this one, it is based on the 30 seconds dummy here, and the skill rotations is actually fixed, so you cannot change the skill rotations. So if you run your best rotations in the dummy's 30-second fight, you're likely to get about an average of the DPS here. The best you can get 55k of the DPS, so you can do some run here. So it is up and down, so it's basically quite consistent. The average, my DPS will be 46, and the best I can get 43 DPS in the dummy 30-second run. So these are all some data. So just look at the average values. So this is very important. So the worst is 36 DPS. So this is your DPS benchmark. So you can know from your builds. So now you go to the details, then click on this one, breakdown here. So this will show how many contribution from each of your skill. For example, my never suit chart skill, it contribute 70% of my damage DPS. So this is a very important skill. So all these are using a soaring spin also. So all these are the breakdown of my damage. Then the next one, uncheck this breakdown, uncheck this one. So on the right side here, so this is very important. It shows a priority stat that you should focus. For example, in this case, in my case of gear, so the most best stat to have is the reattunements attunements for this number should trust you for my defensive attunements, so this contribute 1000 plus 600 of the DPS. So this is if I get, so this one is very important for me, so I need to get the maximum value from my zeros as much as possible. Then for the offensive tier attunements, the physical penetrations is also my top priority. It contributes to the top 2 tier of my stat here, about 11,000. So these two stat is the best that I need to have to improve my DPS. I should focus on these 2 stats. Then the Art of Sword is also the 3rd place. Then next one is the max physical attack and the boss damage. So the max physical attack is contribute at the tier number 6. So this is the stat that I need the most, and also the power. So you realize that the affinity is at the last word, so it might feel a bit weird. So actually it's totally correct because I already have about 50 segments of the affinities, so it's already at a cap because the maximum affinity is 40, so I don't need the affinity now. So the affinity now dropped down to only at the 24th place. So this is reflects the actual stat that I need at this stage. For my next piece of tier, I should focus on getting the top tier or this top stat, and also return to the higher priority stat as much as possible. So it gives me the directions on my tunings. The next one, you can compare your gear. Let's say if you obtain a new gear, you have to compare whether this gear is better than your old gear. You can go to this part, but here you need to do a bit of the manual teams. So first is a max physical attack, then a max bell strike. You just key in here. So this one I'm now year 91. So it's a legendary year. So just key in here. Then F2. So after keying this one, you will find that the damage difference is different by 0 because I'm comparing this one, same ones, my current ones, to my current gear. For example, I want to reduce the momentums to power, so just set the momentums, then key in the power. So look at this one, if I reduce the momentums to exact power, like this one, from the momentums reduce to power, I actually receive a negative damage. So it is not good to reduce the momentum to power, so I should maintain the momentums. So I don't have to return this one to waste my materials. So if I get a Art of Swords, for example, 5%, so this contribute positive to my gear. But this is unlikely to get from the returns because you cannot reduce the Art of Sword. So just a comparison for your current build. You see, if you get a gear here, you compare your old gear to new gear to see whether it is a best gear to switch to increase your DPS. Hope you utilize these spreadsheets to keep track your DPS. So that's all for the videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.